Saw you've made a few videos on us in the past.
Hey everybody, it's the Shape back to another video. You knew this was coming, come on now. Let's not play. The debunking community, for a lot of you guys that have been here for a considerable length of time, like, I don't know, close to 5 years, you remember the Debunker Dark Ages on YouTube. Back before debunking was really taken to like it is now. I mean, back then you kind of had to hit the trenches and you had to just hit the ground running. Now, we were by no means the first debunking channel at all. Duck of Truth, and there was a couple of others. But Duck of Truth, he completely had all but quit YouTube. He did a Most Argue video and he hadn't uploaded in like a year or two. And that's when I started. Duck of Truth was a big inspiration, and DDF Ghost Hunting. He don't debunk all the time, but he did pretty often. A lot of people don't know about him. But what I'm getting at is, back when we first started, it, like I said, it was, you got a lot more hate than you do now. It wasn't taken to like it is now. And in the group, I've had people ask, hey, have you watched this debunker? And I'm not going to mention the channel's name. Yeah, I've watched him. I quit watching him, but I used to watch him. He's not a debunker. Wow. Now, who am I to decide who a debunker is? I mean, you can think that he's a debunker all you want, but it doesn't mean I have to. He can be part of any community you want him to be part of, but not my main community. I just don't respect nor like this guy. I'm not going to mention him because no free clout, baby. But, you know, on the other side of the coin, I'm proud to be a debunker, because there's other debunking channels that are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like,
now, John Wolf doesn't debunk very often, but when he does, it's on point. Purple is a really detailed debunker as well. Beardo, all you know him, he don't mess around. And here I'm doing a video on the side-eyed guy. Now, Wacky Paranormal is pretty good too. Kenny Biddle's been doing this longer than I have. And Crow Judas here, he's been doing it a while as well. There's a lot of debunkers for you guys to check out. I mean, tons of them. So what are you waiting on? And don't forget to check out Noah Faraday as well. He interviewed Exploring with Josh.
in case you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you know who the side-eyed guy is. He did a video on Sam and Colby. Blew my mind. Which every video side-eyed guy makes blows my mind. He's unique, he's different, and that's what makes side-eyed guy amazing. It's the way he tackles subjects, and he does it so thoroughly from different angles. He broadened himself. He broadened the entire debunking community as a whole as far as different ways to debunk and different angles to debunk from. And he just meshes it all together so well. It's this guy's made for virality, like for real. But this video's on Sam and Colby and the side-eyed guy, so go sub to him.
Debunkers have given Sam and Colby a rough go fortnight, but it's about to get far, far worse. Hey, segues! Hey, segues! What if I was to tell you, dear viewer, that I have irrefutable proof that Sam, Colby, and Seth Borden were being so disrespectful at a haunted house location that they had the police called on them?
Now, keep in mind, I don't speak for any other debunker but myself. Of course, everybody's always innocent until proven guilty. Does make you think, however, what are people like when their camera is turned off? Not a camera, their camera. Are they like, you know, who they are on camera? Or are they something totally different?
What if I was to tell you that in this video, we will see footage of Sam saying what sounds like he doesn't believe in the paranormal? What if I was to tell you that a sexually inappropriate comment was made towards a female staff member at this property? What if I was to tell you that property was damaged by these fellas?
What if you did? What if you lied? What if I avenge? What if eye for an eye? Don't click off.
Well, dear viewer, you're about to see a side of Sam and Colby that's never been seen before on YouTube. Let's call this the behind-the-scenes bonus footage of when Sam, Colby, and Seth went to the Bel Air house. Not so long ago, I reacted to these three visiting the Bel Air house, and it was mostly well received, including by none other than Seth himself. I was just having a bit of fun and to do a bit of a roast. Well, if we fast forward a few months later, it wasn't only Seth that liked the video. A representative of the Bel Air house reached out to me and explained there was a lot more to this story than what is seen on Sam and Colby's YouTube video.
You know, people in the paranormal community are really buckling down, whether it's an Airbnb owner, operator, or even a real actual haunted location operator or owner. You know, you come in there and say you got 10 million subs, you know, yeah, that's good for business. But you gotta watch the way you act.
I ask you to please respect that my source who showed me this security cam footage wishes to remain anonymous. Keep watching to the end because, spoiler alert, Sam and Colby have already responded to this video. Somehow, they happen to find out about this video before it even gets uploaded.
Uh-oh, looks like somebody sprung a leak. No, all jokes aside, you guys know the problem I've had in the past with this very same thing, man. It's almost like you have somebody that's very trustworthy, but they get in, they friend you, and they play both sides. Happens more often than you would think.
Also, important information, at the time of all these recordings, Sam, Colby, and Seth were alone at the Bel Air house.
And let's take a look at that first clip. Raw, premium, unadulterated footage.
Alright, how are we going to outro this? We're going to call Kristen back here. She's going to blow all three of us, and then we're going to leave. Yes.
And this one clip is the entire reason I wanted to make this video. I mean, I've got more to add, but this one stood out to me a lot because of the way I was born and raised. And trust me, I've seen it with my own eyes a lot. When you see your own mother getting beaten, even a firearm pointed at her head, pistol whipped, that stuff stays with you forever, especially when you're a kid. And that's why when that happens to you, now, in my opinion, you're either going to grow up to be the same thing, or you're going to grow up to despise that type of person. I grew up to despise anybody that hits a woman. And the reason I mention that is you're treating a woman like, and she was nice enough to let you stay there. You treat her like she's not only an object, but in a sexual way. For my past reasons, I just never could understand that kind of disrespect.
I'm going to do a small recap on each clip because it's not the best audio quality. Sam asks, how are we going to outro this?
Alright, how are we going to outro this?
So he's pretty much asking how they're going to wrap up the whole video. Seth responds with, we're going to call Kristen back and she's going to blow all three of us.
We're going to call Kristen back here. She's going to blow all three of us, and then we're going to leave.
Kristen is the owner of the Bel Air house.
I can already foresee the comments from their, fans. Oh, he was just making a joke, a distasteful joke. And maybe so. Maybe this is a distasteful joke. But when you say something like that, there's always a tiny sliver of some truth to it. And I will tell you, a few years ago, right before Seth started exploring with Josh, because make no mistake about it, nobody would know who he is without Josh and all these other people he subs with. He's one of those people that's in their videos. You're like, who's that guy? I've seen him from, because he's been in all these other bigger YouTubers' videos. He's kind of like the fam. He, owes his entire existence to other YouTubers.
Kristen, if you end up watching this and wish to reach out to me and give your side of what happened, I'd love to hear from you. My email can be found in the About section of my channel. So I'm sure there'll be some who say Seth is just messing around and making bad jokes. But just remember where he is and what he is doing. He is working as a professional paranormal investigator and decides to say this about the host of the house he has been invited into. From what I was told by my source, Kristen was very upset by Seth's inappropriate comment about her.
I know a clip doesn't tell everything, but keep in mind, when you go and watch every video these guys make, they're real scared while they're in the video and they're all excited. Man, when them cameras are off, they just sit there, flop down on the couch, man, like not a care in the world, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna, jump on Twitter as I sit here in this haunted place that really creeps me out. He just sitting there with his feet kicked up, It just totally different vibe.
I also think it's noteworthy Colby's response to Seth's inappropriate comment.
Yes.
And after Seth says a very, very horrible thing, Colby's just kicked back on the couch right after he said it. He's like, oh yes, yeah, baby, yeah.
Second clip needs a little explaining. Colby is sat on the sofa and next to him is a Boo Buddy teddy bear. This is not a toy. They are paranormal tools to help detect ghosts. They're actually surprisingly expensive.
$564 for a teddy bear. Man, I am in the wrong business, that's for sure. But hey, if I paid that much for this thing, it better do my taxes, it better vacuum. I'm telling you.
My source told me this Boo Buddy teddy bear was property of the Bel Air house, and they kindly allowed the boys to use this bear as part of their investigation. But it seems to talk a little too much, and this gets on the nerves of the ghost hunters. Which tells me they mustn't think it's a ghost touching it. They seem more annoyed that they can't shut it up.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the way it works. When the camera's on, when something's, flashing or beeping, it's like, oh, well, look at that. I've never seen it do that before. But when the cameras are off, they're like, shut up. You beep too much. Wait till the camera's on. My goodness. I'm going to get on Twitter. Or X, as the cool kids call it.
Funny enough, when the cameras are rolling for their YouTube video, every time the bear makes a noise, they jump up and down thinking it's a ghost or a demon.
Jump up and down thinking it's a ghost or demon? Or do they actually know it's not? It's a good question.
How about you shut the fuck up? Oh, fuck you.
Seth has a knife, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! My money's going on the teddy bear. And we're going to let Seth keep the knife.
Oh shit! He's dead! He's dead!
There's the face of a very proud man, ladies and gentlemen.
First off, I just want to point out how proud Seth looks of himself when he turns around and looks at the camera. He's like, oh, got him. You saw that, didn't you? You stabbed a $600 teddy bear. Now, did he actually poke the knife into the bear? I don't know. But, well, later on in the video, doesn't matter if he did or not, because the bear is about ready to start falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. You wanna grab this?
Yeah.
The knife you see Seth pick up is a display in the front room, and I would assume is not to be toyed with. He then uses the knife to stab the bear. From the angle of the camera, we don't know if Seth is mimicking this as a joke or is actually stabbing the bear with the knife. I'm not sure if Colby's reaction is in jest or actual shock. Next clip.
It's like trying to trick us. And even the things that he was puppeteering may just be completely fabricated. I like that story.
Come on, man.
Yo, okay. What? So, yeah, we might run into other spirits, but I have a feeling that it's more just be on the lookout, because it could be a demon thing.
I'm just baffled. I mean, these guys can really turn it on for the cameras.
We got to be careful of, one, Emily Davis, who's obviously the demon child, and then two, Lyde. Because I don't know if you remember this, but Lyde was supposed to be a protector and somebody that will help you through these situations. But if it is something that is puppeteering her, it could just be a giant trap for us to trust.
Oh, it is so... Dude, the Sally House all over again.
That's insane.
He said that's even scarier than Emily Davis.
Yeah, in his opinion.
Did you just fucking hear that? Yeah. That was like a...
Like a...
Yeah. Hello?
Run, Bear. Sam's coming for you next.
Well, it's a good time to go upstairs.
Alright, guys, so first investigation alone starts right now. Let's get upstairs. Yo, should we pick that bear up?
I'm gonna fix that bear. I just did that.
Just get the fuck out of that bear.
As the three of them are filming, the Boo Bear keeps going off and disrupting their scene. Colby pretty much roundhouse kicks this expensive bear and breaks a piece off, and he holds it up to the camera. Then they all just seem to scream and laugh that Colby broke somebody else's property.
Now, I don't know Sam, nor do I know Colby on a personal level, or Seth, but to me, they come off as entitled, born with a silver spoon in their mouth type. And now they're young men, good-looking men, and multi-millionaires. Each one, multi-millionaires. At that age, that young, I don't know about Seth, but Sam and Colby, for sure. But yeah, mind-blowing what somebody's like on camera compared to being off camera.
This next clip is a strange one. I can make out what is said at the start, and it is very eye-opening, but the rest of the clip, I can only make out bits and pieces. If you think you can make out what is being said here, please let me know in the comments. I have to thank Paranormal Party Pooper, who's an audio wizard and has helped me enhance the audio quality of this clip. Please give Paranormal Party Pooper a sub, he's great.
Paranormal Party Pooper will be linked in the description as well. Go check his channel out. He's one of us. All the debunkers will be down there. You should go check them all out because you get a different perspective from each. We all do different things, but it's all for the greater good. Except for one who says he's a debunker. You know you are. Stop playing. There'll be a secret word, a hidden word in this video, by the way.
Confession number one, none of this shit's real. Confession number one. Confession number two, paid for a meaningless public dance. Okay. I was thinking kind of like that. Oh shit, this guy's behind the house and I get the house. Yeah, I like that. Because I think it helps know what is inside out. It is protection mist. It smells like pepper. Wow. So we need to change the S day.
A lot of this is muffled, but we can hear, clear as day, Sam saying, confession number 1, none of this shit is real.
Confession number 1, none of this shit's real. Confession number 1, none of this shit's real.
It's mind-blowing how Sam always talks like he really believes in ghosts. When any video you watch, he's scared to death. He's saying, oh, that's a demon, ghost, shadow figure, blah, blah, blah. Yet, right there, you hear him say, it's not real. Paranormal, it's not real. That's an eye-opener. That's... How do you expect to further paranormal research when you don't believe to begin with? You don't have to believe, actually, if you're open to the possibility. You don't have to believe that ghosts are real, as long as you're open to it. But when you put on a front that you do believe it, like in every one of your videos, and then off your camera, you say that, that's, well.
Confession number 1, none of this shit is real.
The rest is pretty tricky to make out. Now, the question we gotta ask is, what is Sam talking about here? He is filming a YouTube video in a haunted house, and is also looking down the table at what I assume is a bunch of paranormal artifacts. Last clip, and it all escalated pretty quickly. We now see the owner of the property, Kristen, and she looks pissed.
You go, girl. Whoop, whoop. Now, Kristen here, even though I think that she's made up with them, I think they're all on good terms now. But just the fact that she, didn't take that stuff, even though, hey, they got millions of subs, they get millions of views, this is good for business. Didn't matter to her. She was like, she's a real one. So, you know what? Props to this lady.
Yeah, it's... Sorry. That place is creepy. Yeah, his execution. Oh, we didn't even see that. That's right. Oh, man. He brought me specifically those 5 friends. I thought, when you guys went there, he brought it to I don't think it was the actual one there. I think it was yeah. Yeah, he brought specifically those 5 friends. So I reviewed a lot of my, you guys are on camera.
Yeah.
And it records everything.
Very important point here. Kristen asked the 3 boys who look like they've been scolded by a teacher for misbehaving in class, you guys are on camera, and they all nod and say yes. They were not recorded without their consent or knowledge.
Yeah, I have an explanation for that. And this wouldn't be the first time that they've been in trouble for trespassing and different things. They didn't trespass here, but I'm just saying they've been in trouble before. But they don't care. That's what it is. They don't have no care and no respect for other people or their property. Like I said, they're multi-millionaires with a humongous following, fame, fortune. That they could buy their way out of practically anything. Oh, tore up a $600 teddy bear? Here you go. Oh, will this keep me out of the courtroom? Here you go. I'll tell you gotta watch that stuff. One day you may very well make a mistake that you can't pay your way out of.
And it makes me ask the question, how much worse would their behavior have been in this house if they were not aware they were being recorded? Then the cops arrive.
And everybody downloaded everything because they were super fucking pissed off. And I was up all night, so cranky. Very fucking cranky. I looked through Mike's video, and there's nothing to say.
So, which part? The basement side of it?
Yay!
That's good.
How you doing?
Very good. Really super here.
I'm still good. Yeah, you want one?
No, this is really don't put. So, need you to fill this out. This is for the damage to the property, and after seeing the video, Florida Police Department is recommending sexual harassment charges as well. So,
well, can we talk about that?
we can.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You leave this whole thing here?
Oh,
Wow. I don't even got to say it. You guys heard what the cop said. You heard that charge.
I'll make your info out now if you want to return it to me later.
Can I?
That's fine. You can skip paper.
Alright. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Just set that time with me.
Yes.
This is where it gets very serious, and I'm not sure exactly how it was resolved. What I was told by my source is that the police told Sam and Colby they had to pay $350 to replace the bear they broke.
Yeah, and that's pocket change to these guys. That's all that is.
The next day, Sam, Colby and Seth were supposed to do an investigation at the Ross house, which is a haunted house located very close to the Bel Air house. But due to the boys' antics at the Bel Air house, they were not allowed to be left unsupervised at the Ross house. I contacted a representative at the Ross house who also wishes to remain anonymous, and they confirmed this was true. I was also told that the boys only stayed at this house for 1 hour.
Yeah. I don't blame them. I would not want these three at my house for no reason whatsoever and for no amount of money whatsoever. Well, I mean, unless it was a haunted house and I'd already planned on taking a wrecking ball to it, then I'd let them. There you go. Have at it. But no, there's no way. No.
So even though Sam, Colby and Seth visited the Ross house, you will not find this video on YouTube. I have a statement from the representative of the Ross house to read out. When an owner of a haunted house grants you permission to stay and lets you use their equipment, we expect that team to respect us, the property and the equipment. Equipment is expensive. If you abuse this privilege, you need to be held liable. You are in someone else's house.
Now, I don't know how it works where Sam and Colby are from, but obviously these people don't take kindly to that stuff, and I don't blame them. But those people are kind and those people are tolerable to that stuff. Now, Sam and Colby and Seth come around certain other areas and said that about, somebody's mom or aunt or whatever, and it was caught on camera. The nephews, the sons, would have been there in Seth's face. And they would have been, oh, no, please don't.
Ooh, you'd think the video would end here, wouldn't you? But not quite, because someone from the Sam and Colby team discovered what I was up to and reached out to me. I'm grateful for this because it's only fair to hear what they have to say. I have a pretty good idea who told them about me because the Sam and Colby team only talk about the bear incident. They don't talk about Sam's confession, they don't talk about Seth's inappropriate comment, and they don't bring up that the police were called out on them. Anyway, I'll read the email that they sent me. Hey man, just want to reach out and say we love your content. It's super funny and we appreciate what you do. Saw you've made a few videos on us in the past and thought your commentary was hilarious. Well, thank you very much, Sam and Colby. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, PR team, damage control, PR relations, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, that's very quick for a humongous channel such as Sam and Colby's to reach out like that. Wow, how incredible.
In your recent video about Josh, you mentioned you're working on a video about a channel who has destroyed someone's property. We want to hit you up and offer any support we can. We assume this is talking about us because 2 years ago we had an incident at the Bel Air house where we were messing around with something called a Boo Buddy teddy bear, which is a piece of ghost equipment. I mean, there's no assumption there, guys. Someone told you. But you know what's hilarious? The Sam and Colby team wanted to contact me, but obviously couldn't tell me that someone is feeding them information. So the take they decided to go with is, oh, we hear you're making a video about someone destroying property, that must be Sam and Colby. Like, whenever property's destroyed, it just has to be Sam and Colby, and we better reach out.
But yeah, I wanted you guys to see this video. Well done, Side-Eyed Guy, and Sam, Colby, Seth. I just don't know about you. I'd be ashamed of myself, but obviously And I can already see it in the comments. Like I said, I know they're going to come here, well, everybody does make mistakes. But if they don't stop this now, then mistakes are going to get worse. If they don't learn from it and willing to learn from it, because when they're on camera, they talk like they're wise beyond their years. But when that camera's off, man, it's childish. And that can turn into very bad things if you don't learn from it and try to better yourself. And we all need to learn from everything we do and try to better ourselves. But like I said, I know the comments. I know what it's going to be. Secret word is basket. Now, I got some bangers coming, and I do mean bangers. I had to get this video out because we got to document this stuff, all of it. Because a lot of it, yeah, it ain't nobody faking paranormal. Well, kind of is, if you look at it from that lens, but we got to document every bit of this. Need all the eyes on it we can get. That's the point, is holding people accountable in the paranormal community, especially. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now, you hear? Peace.